My son has a new addiction. I'm sorry, but your son is a Redditor. Are these addictions impacting his life? Is he doing them to the point of being unhealthy or causing harm to himself? If he's causing harm to himself, then he should speak to a psychologist or psychiatrist, as obsessive fixation can be a sign of a mental disorder. But it can also be part of growing up and discovering new things. Sounds like ADHD. If he's willing to get evaluated, it might be a good idea. Going all in on a new hobby only to get bored with it weeks or months later is pretty textbook for us. ETA. Anybody else who starts in about overdiagnosis while demonstrating total ignorance about ADHD and how it manifests is getting blocked without a response. I'm not a professional. Neither are you. That's why I recommended to see someone who is. ETA 2. Don't DM me. I won't answer. If you don't have the balls to say what you want to say in front of everyone, just keep quiet. If he looks like he's hyper-focusing, attracted to things that make your neurotransmitters go brr, and horrible at focusing on other things, he might has ADHD. I do the same kinda stuff in varying intensities, and I can't control my brain's focus on it. I mean, this seems a lot more healthy than video games and chocolate bars. I would encourage this particular habit. I think it's better than smoking and video games for 22 hours a day. Eventually he will get constipated and become a raw vegan. Let your son go to the gym. The next step is wanting to get laid, and that will motivate him to move out. Man, as a 19-year-old, I wish I could sit and play games for 8 hours straight and eat 2 chocolate bars. Best times ever. Crazy that everyone's jumping to ADHD. He sounds like basically every single person I knew between like 18-25. Get into coffee making and buy a bunch of expensive gear you don't use in a year. Getting into fitness and focusing on healthy eating. Gaming a lot. Oh no, not 5 bars of chocolate? You just described every 20. Yo. What do you do? Let him fail and learn. Like you did at 20. Honestly, it sounds like you just want to kick him out. 20 and still lives with us. He's been an adult for 2 years. Also, a kilogram of protein powder is nothing. That's pretty much the smallest amount worth buying. Creatine is also one of the most popular gym products. Eggs and egg whites are up there with the healthiest foods possible. Your son is getting into fitness and trying to gain muscle mass, and has only just got into a week ago, and you're already twisting that into a negative? Are you okay? Why don't you try being positive and support him? My son is turning into a healthy Chad and I'm absolutely terrified. Sounds like he's trying to get fit? As an autistic person, this sounds like ADHD. Autistics and ADHDers share the same ability to hyper-focus and be very intensely drawn and overly into something until we are not anymore. It's like we are either 0% into something or 200%. No in between. That can be exhausting at times. Doesn't seem like autism based on the other facts. So I'm very drawn to say it could be ADHD. The other option could be that he's prone to addictive behaviors, which can be a symptom of ADHD, based on the fact he didn't turn into harmful things. Like drugs, I mean. It does look more like undiagnosed ADHD who doesn't know how to navigate his own personality. Seeking diagnosis can be very helpful. At least for me it was with the autism diagnosis. I think seeing a psychiatrist would be a good idea. People have suggested ADHD, which can definitely manifest into those behaviors, so I won't go into that. Another condition that it might be is bipolar 2, which includes hypomania rather than full-blown mania. Playing video games for 22 hours for several weeks straight stood out to me. I'm diagnosed with both, but I was undiagnosed for BP2 for 2 years after getting the ADHD under control. During the highs, I'd get 3 hours of sleep for weeks and feel great during my waking hours. But my baseline self wouldn't be able to function at all. Periods of rapid, impulsive spending on random hobbies, including productive ones like business ideas, education, cert prep, fitness, etc., occurred despite taking my ADHD meds as prescribed. Symptoms usually appear in late adolescence, early adulthood for BP2, while ADHD symptoms have to be present before the age of 12. OFC only a doctor can say, but thought I'd offer an alternative perspective. This is called fixation and it's a symptom of ADHD. Encourage him to go to the drive for evaluation. Hyperfixation. This is a classic ADHD complaint. I think he needs an evaluation. ADHD, autism, or bipolar, could use a psych eval. Sounds very similar to my ADHD. He has ADHD and he is hyperfixating.
ADHD?
As someone with ADD, he has ADHD. Nah bros, just bulking.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.